to add, the question was about culture. One aspect to the culture that we have is we believe in agility. I'll explain what that is very briefly. We also believe in something called the wisdom of crowds, and I'll explain what that is about. And we have this platform, and we believe that agility plus wisdom of crowds plus a platform is going to enable beautiful things that we've observed. You want me to stop? Okay, you mentioned in your question culture. So culture, we believe, is a group's reaction to their environment for the purpose of survival, thriving, that kind of thing. A culture that we've observed to be successful in software development, given the environment where change is constant, customers don't know what the requirements are, that kind of thing. There's this thing called agility, which emerged, where you break things, big things up into smaller pieces. So we have adopted an agile approach to doing business. We took an approach that was very successful in software, is successful in building software, and we applied it to doing business. And we smashed that approach together with working and never seeing each other, but putting your ideas in a shared collaborative space. So the culture that has emerged and enabling us to survive, because if you're working in different places where nobody's together, in order to survive and thrive, you have to put everything into the shared collaborative space. So you don't have people walking around with stuff in their heads and leaving the company with all those ideas. You have all those ideas in one place, or in the appropriate place. So we've developed a culture. Part of the culture we inherited because we believe in this thing called agility. There's something called the Agile Manifesto that you can look up that explains a major part of our culture. The other part of the culture, and so an aspect of that culture, which I got from one of your presentations, which is really crispy, is transparency. What the belief system, the core principles in agility is transparency, inspection, adaptation, and having cross-functional teams and allowing the teams to self-organize. But anyway, culture is a big deal. Just using the tool isn't going to enable people to realize the benefits that we've realized in terms of saving money and being able to actually be more effective separate than we are together. It's the combination of the agile culture, the belief in the wisdom of crowds, as well as the leveraging of this shared collaboration tool that enables us to work more effectively disparate.
I think that touches on why this is being called a movement versus just a product. Is there anything else you want to add to why this is the Bluejean Time movement?
So oftentimes, movements, like you have revolutions, are movements, right? And revolutions occur because the order needs to be changed. You need to do the right thing for the masses, the right thing for the people. And we believe that the environment is perfect for this type of movement. We have an environment where the cost of telecommunication is very low. We have an environment where we have a Generation C culture that is used to playing games with people that they've never met. A culture that's used to collaborating on Facebook and Twitter and Instagram and all kind of stuff where they're putting their ideas out there and not as concerned with privacy, even though when we're doing work, we are very focused on maintaining privacy in our platform. But still, we have a generation that is used to collaborating, used to not working with people that are face-to-face, using their mobile devices to do things. So why not leverage this and able to recruit the best minds from wherever they live? Why not leverage this to reduce your office space? From a culture perspective, reacting to an environment for survival, it seems obvious that this is an approach that we want to take. So the trick is, how can you be successful working separately? How can you make sure that people aren't goofing off? Or how can you inspire people to not goof off but want to be part of a team that can be successful and do useful work? Because people really want to do good things. They really don't want to goof off. They want to be inspired to do good work. That's what this movement is about. It's not for business owners. It's not for workers. It's about the whole, building a win-win environment where everybody benefits.
So I think when I hear the word movement, it makes me feel like I'm being asked to do something different from the norm. And I know personally as a developer and user, one of the things that was really different for us is making sure that ideas are gathered in a common place that we know everyone has access to. And breaking the habit of sharing ideas in any other way. And that would include email, and that's probably the strongest, action, I guess, or movement aspect is just resisting the urge to do the typical 20 email chain conversation, because
email is evil.
Email is evil. No good can come of it. Honestly, if you really genuinely care about getting the best ideas or getting any idea, I mean, you don't even have to categorize an idea as good, better, or best. The fact that you have an environment where you're leveling the playing field, anyone can share whatever, and in some small way, each idea does contribute to some outcome. And having a place where there's some habits that are kind of implied with working this way. And one of those big habits for me personally was resisting that urge to use email a lot and really using the place to collaborate with people, using places and having discussions and doing everything openly and having the utmost of visibility on everything. It just makes for a much happier environment. I mean, happy for people, because ultimately we are talking about working with people. And I think it's a great form of respect for others and their ideas is to just always make sure you kind of follow the golden rule of collaboration. Get everybody's ideas and make sure you're constantly employing whatever habits it takes to get them, because that's how we get products like this. I mean, we built this product using this product. A lot of the ideas, the features, the things you see in the product was a result of us collaborating in this tool to get all of our ideas, getting, what some people call requirements, and I just like to call them ideas, together. And this is the outcome. That's why we're here. We're talking about today. BlueJean Time. It was built using BlueJean Time.
I was going to say, I'm kind of a economics junkie on the side, and one of the things that when I hear movement, sort of has to be a movement. I mean, if you read all the articles today, people in business world and the economics world talking about how it's becoming about getting the best employees. And quite frankly, I mean, you could offer all the money in the world and that will always work, but a lot of companies aren't going to have all the money. So what can you offer as a perk? You can work from home. And this is a very real platform that allows people to work distributedly and get work done. And that's very liberating. I mean, I have one friend who works, his commuting costs are like 3 hours a day, and with tolls, I mean, he's probably running like, $10 grand a year in commuting costs. I mean, this is very real. If you want the best employees, and it's important today, we all know that, you have to be willing to consider new options, and working distributed with a tool like BlueJean Time is where I think a lot of people are going to go.
When I think of movement, I think of different types of people getting involved in whatever it is. For example, I have a child with autism, and it's important that I keep track of his behavior, challenges with behavior, and see patterns and changes in behavior. I have a babysitter that I got using BlueJean Time. It's for anyone. It's simple enough for anyone to understand how to log in and start using the system. And I got her starting to pretty much update his behaviors, things that he's working on each day. eating habits, even as simple things like putting in the amount of time that she is working each day and be able to summarize that at the end of the week. BlueJean Time offers that capability. It's been really useful for me from anywhere. I'm at work and I can log on and see, things being updated on what he's doing and what kind of progression is made. I can look at it over a period of time and see, changes in patterns. I can provide it to therapists or doctors or whoever may be in need of that information. It's always in a place where I can access it at any time. So just going back to the movement, I was saying that pretty much anybody can use this system. And that's a perfect example of someone who, she actually has no computer experience, and she's using it pretty well to help us to communicate better, to help our son.